Story time with math vibes. So, I never really made a video explaining the purpose of my channel or my TikTok or why I made it. So I say, let me take a chance to do that now. So the whole point of my page, there's a surplus of good educators on YouTube, but I said I wanted to do something differently. Growing up, I always wanted to know how things work, why they work, but I soon realized the school system is not built for that. I would go to my teachers asking them extra things about maths or science, and they would just shrug me off, and they wouldn't really entertain the deeper level of thinking. And I thought something was deeply disturbing in that. I remember when I was in primary school, I made a DC motor circuit and I brought it to school, and they thought it was a bomb, bro. What? They thought it was a bomb. So, in my experience, as somebody that loves science and always wanted to know why, I found that the surroundings never really encouraged that, and the school system did not encourage that, as well as most teachers. Most teachers just care about getting money, right? They just care about money. They just care about passing. They don't really care about deeper understanding or encouraging students to pursue science. So the whole point of my channel really is to be the teacher little Rajiv would have liked. So I aim to inspire students. I aim to encourage students with their scientific thinking, dig deep, actually understand what you do and why you're doing that. So I try to make maths a vibe boy, real vibes, but also I show students how to think one layer deeper and tie everything back together. Because, maths is amazing, as well as physics. So that's my mission. My mission is to make learning a vibe and truly educate people. Make people actually understand the intuition behind maths and kind of foster a love for maths. Also, this will sound controversial, but Trinidad and the Caribbean as a whole, we have a big mind block against maths. There's this big stigma attached, and generally speaking, the mathematical foundation of most people in the Caribbean is really bad. And so, in my head, I was like, to actually make a difference, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try to make videos very, very in-depth and explain every single thing while being interactive and fun, because I think that's what the Caribbean needs, right? The Caribbean needs somebody that would take their time, be very patient, and be an example as to what a true teacher should be like and how true learning should take place. In a judgment-free environment, a very nice environment, and that's what I try to cater for. That's the environment I try to build for my students. But I hope that I can realize my vision one day of making people hate science a bit less. I think the math slander is crazy, but I'm really trying to make a difference. One day, I'll be able to make that difference. But for now, I'm climbing. But thank you for listening to the story time, and best of luck in the exams. But that's the purpose of my channel. Really, really to encourage true learning, curiosity, and a love for science. But later, guys.